sometimes. I haven't done it in a while, but I'll get like my three. I'm going to do 3 separate layouts, but they'll all be a little bit different with different papers, but basically the same layout 3 times. One for her book, one for her book, one for her book. So my plan for their pages, when we were shopping, my oldest picked this chick paper. So I'm going to make sure that her main paper, like this will be the background, I'm thinking, will be this chick paper, which is weird because it's kind of juvenile, but it's okay. And then, so like, okay, let's talk about the oldest one here. Okay, and so then her strip includes her younger sisters and then the family shot. And so then the middle child, hers will have, she'll be on this, because she's overshaded, she'll be on this flowered paper, and then her picture has her older sister and her younger sister. And then the youngest one, she is on this bunny paper, and she will have her 2 older sisters. So they each got the family picture. Because my plan is, when they do grow up and move away from me, that they'll take their books with them. So that's my plan, and then they'll remember, okay, when I was 8, she was almost 14, and she was almost 11, or this is what she looked like this year. I don't know. That's my plan. We'll see. Okay, so I sped this part up really, really fast because I'm just trimming the pictures. And like I said in my first little clip, I'm just using these little strips to indicate for each girl. They're a little bit different one, so that each of their sisters on each of the sisters' page. That makes sense? I'm recording this at daycare while they're playing with Legos. This may not last very long. I may have to wait and do this at home when it's a lot quieter, or somewhat quieter. Okay, so here starts the process of, I start with my youngest, it looks like. And those are the basic papers I'm going to use. This page takes the longest just because this is kind of the one where I'm figuring out just exactly what I'm going to do. And then if you don't want to watch the process for all 3 of the pages because they are virtually the same, just different papers, you can go ahead and fast forward. There's some still shots at the end. Putting some strips, various sizes. I didn't really measure, I wasn't too precise. And then I knew I wanted to, what do you call that, dovetail? Or make those little dovetail marks. And then I use the same pack of ephemera for all of them. They're the Echo Park Hoppy Place, I think, is the name of them. I use the same ephemera, or not exactly the same, but for each layout. I liked that chick, but I didn't end up using it. Oh, they're really loud. Okay, so wait, that was way too loud to be recording this voiceover. So now I'm home. It's not so loud. And I was wrong. The Echo Park ephemera is actually called Hello Easter, not Hoppy Place. That must have been a different collection. So now I'm just taking a little bit of gesso and rubbing it around to kind of lessen the intensity of the background. And this first layout I did it over everything, the strips of paper as well as the background paper. And then I went and found some yellow letters. There's some really old thickers that I have. They're kind of, they're foam, but they have a don't even know. They're not really a glitter top, but they're a little bit shiny. And yeah, I called it dye time. I don't know. Don't know why, but that's what I did. And then I put that little tiny butterfly ephemera on there and the date. Pretty self-explanatory what we're doing here. So I just left it at that. My oldest daughter, picked these out when we went to the scrapbook store. So I decided I should use them. But it wasn't quite enough. So I had to get out some enamel dots as well. Just kind of trying to stick with the same theme. And then I used some green dilution. I think it's called fresh cut grass. Let me see here. Oh no, fresh lime, I think. Fresh lime is the one I used to sprinkle. So now here comes daughter number 2. So now this is her busy background, and I kind of calm that down a little bit. And then I go and choose, well, that's drying. I find the papers, her 3 papers. And mount them. Oh, excuse me, I'm yawning. So now that's the same paper that I used as a strip on the first daughters. So I really end up using I think there were the 3 main background pages, the ones that I put the white gesso on, and then there were 3 or 4 additional pages. So I ended up really using a lot of them. And again, I'm going to dovetail these various lengths. I'm using these thickers that I got from Paper Issues, I believe. Oh no, maybe no. Hang on. It may have been in a Wild Hair Kit Club. Can't remember. Those are called. Grab them here. Those are called the Starlight. They're really kind of cool. I have them in pink and light blue. And then I'm just using the eggs again and some other enamel dots. And then some green splatter. And then the little tiny butterfly there from the ephemera pack. And here's daughter number 3. This is my oldest daughter that wanted the chick background for her paper. But whatever, it's okay. I see I don't do things exactly the same. Sometimes I gesso first and then cut the strips so it can dry, and it looks like here I'm cutting the strips and not doing the gesso first. Who knows? So yesterday, my oldest daughter and I took a road trip. Well, the younger 2 were with, but they ended up staying with my sister, who lives in the Twin Cities. Anyway, we went to go to IKEA because for her birthday, I had taken a picture off the internet of the bookcase that she wanted, and so it was at IKEA. But to get this bookcase shipped to where we live, it would have costed $379 or something like that. So I knew that it's only a 2.5 hour drive. So I knew that wasn't going to happen. So anyway, we ended up driving down there. So she now has an IKEA bookshelf to put in her room to put all her books on. She reads like a crazy person. I'm envious. I think last week she told me she read 4 books, 4 novels in one week. And that was because they had testing at school, standardized testing, and she had a lot of time. And then to read, and then she got, wrapped up in the book. So then she'd bring it home with her, obviously, and finish it that night, or I don't know. She's always been a reader, which is why she wanted a bookshelf to put all her books on. So I'm putting on her strips. I kind of use the pictures on the background to help line up things. At this point in time, I did not have a ruler. I now have a T-square ruler, which I'm excited to use. Kind of excited. I'm not really a precise ruler using person, but I'm going to try. I love these letters. They're huge. Let me tell you the name of those. They are Regards. Thickers. Foam letters. Just called Regards, but I like them. I like the shape of them. So I'll place her letters, and then rearrange a little bit. My fingers look great after doing 3 pages in a row with white gesso. And then the little butterfly. So this is something I said earlier that I do for the girls. Hopefully someday they will want to take their albums with them. At their age right now, they all say they want to. So that's my hope. She kind of got extra eggs because I knew I didn't have to save that many for the other 2. And she's wearing gray, and I kind of matched my enamel dots to what they were wearing. So I just did a couple shades of gray on her for her enamel dots. A little splatter. Got it on the egg. And there it's done. Hope you like this process done 3 ways and enjoy the still shots. Thanks for watching. Bye.